Hi. So I'm out here on my porch again. I'm watching the squirrels. They keep going back and forth across the fence here behind me. And I wanted to tell you a little story today about Mommy Squirrel. Before I got remarried and moved to Cape Canaveral, I had a house with a bird feeder in the backyard, actually 2 bird feeders in the backyard. And actually they turned out mostly to be squirrel feeders because the squirrels just loved them. And I had this one squirrel, and I called her Mommy Squirrel. Her tail had fur missing from the tip to about the middle of the tail, so I always knew it was her. And Mommy Squirrel was a very unique squirrel. She had a way of telling me when she wanted me to fill the feeders. Mostly if she was nursing. She would jump up on my screen so that I could see that she was nursing, and just yell and yell and yell until I would come out and fill the feeders. And then when it was time, she would bring the babies down for me to see, and she would line them up and yell until I came out to see that they were out there. And then she would sit there and groom them so that I could see the current year's batch of babies. And it was quite an interesting experience every year. And then one day I was working in the garage, and I had the garage door open, and I was in and out and going back to the backyard and so forth. And Mommy Squirrel was up on the roof, and she just kept chattering at me. And she would follow me everywhere that I went. Amber's helping me here, you can hear her. And finally I walked out after the 5th or 6th time that she followed me all the way around everywhere I was going, chattering at me. And I said, okay, what is it that you want from me? And she ran to the corner of the garage. So I followed her, and I'm standing there, and I said, okay, what is it? And then I heard this scratching sound in the downspout. And I thought, there's something in there. So I went in, and I got the hammer, and I pulled the brackets loose so that I could get the downspout loose. And as I'm pulling it down, once it got to a certain angle, this little baby squirrel came shooting out of the downspout and landed on the ground and ran to the back of the house. And Mommy Squirrel went to the back of the house. So I finished taking the downspout down, and I put everything away, and I go back there, and there's Mommy Squirrel and the baby squirrel just sitting there waiting on me, and they chatter at me, and then they go away. And that was the coolest experience, because yes, I saved the life of the baby squirrel, but also I listened. I listened to Mommy Squirrel to pay attention to what she was trying to tell me, and she was asking for my help. So how often do you actually pay attention to things, especially to what the earth and nature are asking you to do? Do you actually reach out and help them when you can? So it's just something to think about. Just wanted to share that with you. Bye-bye.